Good evening and welcome to the senior night on the campus of Immanuel Lutheran High School for tonight's matchup between the Independent Indees and your Immanuel Lutheran Lancers. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able. Take off your hats as we honor our nation and the men and women who support our freedom at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem. Immanuel Lutheran High School, Independence High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Also this week, we are appreciating the winter sport officials. So if you would please give a round of applause to our officials tonight. They have a tough job and we should support them in it. Thank you. And now for the Immanuel Lutheran Lancers seniors, this is their final season here. We'll start with senior number 22, Sheridan Nelner. Senior number 25, Madison Bauer. Senior number 30, Allison Roth. And senior manager, Kirsten Gallagher. Thank you, ladies. And now for tonight's lineup. Starting lineup for the Indees. Junior number 10, Addison Prochinski. Senior number 12, Amaya Ives. Senior number 14, Anna Bouch. Senior number 15, Callie Zastro. And senior number 20, Rihanna Tyson. The Indees are coached by John Zilla and assisted by Brian Genelin. Sorry, Brian. And now for your Lancers. Sophomore number 12, Cheyenne Whale. Sophomore 21, Sophia Karstensen. Senior number 22, Sheridan Nelner. Senior number 25, Madison Bauer. And senior number 30, Allie Roth. Lancer are coached by Missy Nelner, assisted by Rebecca Carstensen. Enjoy the game.
Hello and welcome to tonight's matchup between the Immanuel Lancers and the Independence Indees. Taking the tip for tonight will be number 12, Wales, and number 14, Bouch. Double tip in the hands of Carson. Pass over to Nelner. Nelner will take it up the floor. She will take it up top, drive around, and pass over to Bauer. Bauer's pass tipped and picked up by Carson. And she will travel. Pass into Tyson, and she will take it up the floor. Scanning. Gonna try to drive in. Goes all the way in. Gonna pass out to Zastrel. Puts up a 3 and off the front of the rim. Rebounded and handed off to Brzezinski. She puts it up and she is fouled. Pass into Wales. Wales out to Bauer. Bauer over to Nelner. She will pass over to Carstensen. Gets stuck. Gonna hand it off to Nelner. And Nelner will take it back out up top. Gonna pass over to Bauer. Gonna take it up top and pass over to Carstensen. Stolen away by Bouch. She'll put it up. And foul, no shots. And she'll go to the line and shoot 2. She will make her first. Nelner and Kazemba will enter for Roth and Bauer. And her second will bounce out front of the rim. Rebounded by Botch herself. Going to drive in. Put it up. Gets blocked. And out of bounds off the Indies. More press by the Indies. Passing to Wales. Over to Nelner. Up top to Carstensen. Over to Gergel. And Gergel will take it up. Going to cut out and reset. Pass over to Carstensen. Pass over and stolen away. That's Tyson up the floor. Puts it up and she's got it. Sends lead to 3. Carstensen quick pass to Nelner. She's going to take it up the floor. Dances the sideline. Going to pass it on to Kazemba. Gonna send it up top to Wales. Down low to Carstensen. A jumper. And she's got it off the glass. Cuts the lead down to 1, 3-2. 16:25 left. Prunchins up the floor. Gonna fake and send it over to Tyson. She'll drive in. Put up a jumper. And off backboard and out. Rebounded and sent over to Gergel. So that was Botch. Nelner up top. Gonna fake, drive in, and pass on to Carstensen. Puts it up, and off the rim and out. Stolen away by Carstensen. Ball on the floor. And she's got it. Gonna pass it to Nelner. Nelner the open 3. She takes it. And rims out. Rebounded by Wales. She puts it up, and she's got it off the glass. Lancers leading by 1, 4-3. Prunchinsky up the floor. Gonna pass down low to Ives. Out to Prunchinsky. Down low back to Ives. Tipped and stolen away by Nelner. And she will take it up the floor. Gonna drive around and send it over to Kazemba. Up top to Gergel. Over to Kazemba. Over to Nelner. And timeout by the Lancers. 4-3, 1 point lead for the Lancers early with 15:14 left in the first half. Four to 3, a 1 point lead for the Lancers with 15:14 left in the first half. Lancer ball in the corner. Nelner will pass it in. Sends it into Carstensen. Up top to Nelner. Nelner around. And going to send it back out up top. Going to drive around. Pass over to Kazemba. Over to Nelner. Nelner fakes. Going to drive around. And hand it off to Gergel. Gergel with 3 from the corner. And bounces out. Tipped. And rebounded by Carstensen. Gonna send it all the way out to Kazemba. Sorry, Nelner. Pass along to Carstensen. Out to Gurgle. Gurgle drives in. Gonna pass it all to Wales. Wales puts it up, and she's got it off the glass. Sends the Lancer lead to 3, 6-3. Pass up the floor to Botch. Over to Tyson. She'll drive around. Gets a screen. And a foul. Kronczynski will pass into Ives. Over to Tyson. Tyson gets stripped. And Carson up the floor. She's got Botch coming. Puts it up and she's got it off the glass. Lancer is now leading by 5. Kronczynski up the floor. Gonna drive around. Fake. And pass over to Botch. Out to Tyson. She drives around, gets a screen. Head in and pass over to Brunchinsky. Down low. It's Ives. Back out to Brunchinsky. Over to Botch. She'll drive in. Cut out. And pass up top to Tyson. She tries to find an edge. Gonna pass over to Brunchinsky. Gets stuck. Gonna pass over to Botch. Gets a screen. Gonna drive in. All the way in. And pass out to Ives. Ives fake. She tries driving. Gonna pass over to Tyson. Tyson drives around. Gonna pass over to Prochinski. Fakes and will pass over to Ives down low. Puts it up and can't get it off the glass. Rebounded and sent over to Gurgle. Carson up top. Pass out low, stole away. Tyson up the floor. Stripped from behind by Gurgle. She gets it and will take it up the floor. Gets stuck. Gonna pass over to Wales. She'll drive in. Gets stuck. Gonna pass to Luxemba, but travel. Bauer will enter for Carstensen. And Nisley entered for Zastral. Tyson up the floor. Gonna drive around and pass out to Botch. She'll drive in and it's fouled. Tyson will pass it down low to Ives. Ives puts it up and she's got it off the glass. Cuts the lead down to 3, 8-5. Nelner will pass it into Wales. Wales over to Nelner. Nelner up the floor. Tries to get the edge. Pass tipped. And tipped around again and picked up by Prochinski. Hand off to Tyson and she will take it up the floor. Sends it over to Nisley. Up top to Ives. Ives going to pass back over to Nisley. Nisley will drive it up top. Pass over to Tyson. Pass over to Prochinski. Down low to Botch. Fakes a 3. Going to drive in. And it's fouled. Lancer's 4th. And Tyson will pass it in down low. Sends it up top, tipped, and picked up by Botch. She'll step out. Take a long 2. And she's got it. Cuts the lead down to 1. More press. Nelner will pass it into Kazemba. Up top to Wales. Pass over to Nelner. And she'll take it up the floor. Crosses the line. And step back across the line. Indie ball, trailing by 1. Pass it to Tyson. She'll drive around. All the way around. Gonna pass off to Brunchinsky. A jumper. And she's got it. Gives the Indies a 1-point lead, 9-8. Pass her to Wales. Over to Gurgle. And she travels. Pass into Tyson. Tyson up the floor. Gonna pass over to Nisley. Over to Botch. Fakes. Gonna drive around. And send it over to Tyson. She'll drive in. Put it up. And off the glass and out. Pass over to Nelner. Nelner's got a 1-on-2. Gonna car all the way in. And too hard off the glass. Rebounded by Nisley. She's got Ives on the floor. And she's got it off the glass. Now a 3-point lead for the Indees. 11-8 and a timeout by the Lancers with 10:35 left in the first half. Lancers trailing by 3, 11-8 with 10:35 left. Milner will pass it in. More press by the Indees. Gets into Wales. Gonna dribble up and pass over to Gurgle. Tipped. She gets it back and will drive around up top. Pass over to Nelner. Sends over to Bauer. Gonna drive up and hand it off to Gurgle. Gurgle pass over to Wales. Wales up top to Gurgle. Fakes. And tipped off of Tyson out of bounds. Wales will pass it in from the high corner. To Gurgle. Gurgle up top. Drives around, gets stuck, gonna pass a little to Wales. Wales over to Kazumba, wasn't ready for it, tipped out and picked up by Nisley. She's got a 2-on-2, gonna cut it out. And pass over to Tyson. And send it over to Brzezinski. Down low, Zestrow. Airballs the jumper. Rebounded by Nelner. Now we're gonna try to push it. Slows it down. And gonna pass over to Kazumba. All the way over to Bauer. Bauer a jumper. And bounces out. Rebounded by Zestrow. And handed off to Tyson. She'll drive around and pass on to Pronshinsky. Up top to Botch. Gonna drive in, cut out, drive back around, and send it out to Nisley. Nisley along 2. And air ball is rebounded by Wales. And she is fouled. The first on the Indees. Skal will enter for Pronshinsky. And Nelner will pass it in down low to Wales. Over to Bauer. Over to Nelner. Nelner up the floor. Gets stuck. Gets stuck and pass over to Gurgle. Stolen away by Botch. Bring up the floor. And pass out of bounds. Lancer ball. And Radical will enter for Bauer. And they're going to say the pass was tipped, and it'll be Indy ball. Tyson will pass it in down low. And off the backboard out of bounds, Lancer ball. And Nelner will pass it in down low. More press. Pass over to Wales, over to Xema, and Radical is fouled by Scow. And Nelner will pass it in from the high corner. To Wales. Send out to Nelner and over and back. Prozhinski will enter for Tyson. And Tyson will take it up the floor. Met immediately by Gurgle. Send over to Nisley. Up top to Botch. She'll drive around. Goes all the way in. Puts it up. And off the backboard. Pass over Xemba. Up the floor to Nelner. Nelner gonna pull up on a 3. And she's got it! Ties up the game at 11 apiece with 8:25 left. Pass up top to Prozhinski, and she will take it up the floor. Over to Scow. She'll drive in. And is fouled. Ives will enter for Zastrau. And Isley will pass it in down low. Gets it into Prozhinski. Down low, tipped, and in the hands of Scow. Pass will go to Prozhinski. The corner, Nisley. Up top to Botch. She's got it up top. Gonna drive around. And pass over to Prozhinski. Drive in and hand out to Scow. Out to Botch. Gets a screen. Gonna pass down low to Nisley. She'll drive in, cut out, and pass over to Prozhinski. Down low is Ives. She puts it up and off front of the rim. Puts it up again. It's blocked by Wales. And Gurgle can't save it. Deschneaux and Tyson will... Yeah, and Tyson will enter. And Tyson will pass it in down low. Sends up top to Ives. She'll drive in. And send it over to Tyson. A jumper. Long 2. And off the side of the rim. Tipped and rebounded by Xemba. Up the floor to Nelner. Nelner up top. Gonna pass over to Radical. Puts up a jumper. And rims out. Tipped and out of bounds off the Indees. Pass into Wales. Up top to Gurgle. Over to Nelner. Down low to Bauer. Sorry, Radical. Puts it up and she's got it. Missed her first, that's a miss her second. Gives the Lancers a 2-point lead, 13-11. Tyson up top. Gonna drive around. Come all the way in and hand it on to Prozhinski. Down low to Ives. And she travels. Pass over to Xemba. Up top to Gurgle. And she'll dribble and send it over to Nelner. Up to Wales. Over to Nelner. She'll drive in. And pass up top to Gurgle. Over to Nelner. Nelner another 3. And this will bounce out. Rebounded by Gurgle. Pass over to Nelner. She'll drive around. And pass over to Xemba. Over to Gurgle. Gurgle will drive around, fake, and pass over to Radical. She will pass over to Xemba. Down low to Wales, puts it up, and 2 off the glass over to Radical. She puts it up front of the rim, rebounded by Xemba. Xemba puts it up, and she's got it. Sends the lead to 4, 15-11. Tyson up the floor. Gonna drive in. Get stuck, and it'll pass out to Ives. Gonna drive around, put it up, and it's fouled. And she will shoot 2. Ives is first. Will bounce out. And her second. Will bounce out as well. Rebounded by Radical. Sent over to Gurgle. And Gurgle up top to Nelner. Nelner back over to Gurgle. She drives in. Gonna pass over Xemba. and was falling down. Couldn't do anything but try to throw it up. Sestra will enter for Desjardins. And Tyson will take it up the floor. Gonna drive around. Make a move. And pass out. A 3 by Botch. And off. Rebounded by Prochitsky, and she is fouled. And she will shoot. Her first will fall. Cuts the lead down to 3. Bauer will enter for Radical. And her second. Will bounce out. Rebounded by Ksemba. And fouled. And Milner will pass it in down low. More press. 5:24 left. A 3-point lead for the Lancers. 15-12. Gets into Wales. Over to Nelner. She'll dribble it up. And pass over to Gurgle. Gurgle across the line. Gets stuck. And pass tipped. And picked back up by Gurgle. Gonna drive around. All the way around. All the way in. She's got a lane. She puts it up. And she's got it off the glass. Gurgle all the way around and in. Sends the lead to 5. 17-12 with 5 minutes left. Tyson up the floor. Pass over to Botch. Get the screen. Gonna drive around. And pass over to Tyson. She drives in. Gonna pass over to Ives. Up top to Botch. Down low to Ives. Up to Destrow. Out to Botch. Gonna drive in. Ives a shot. And air balls. Picked up by Nelner. Nelner drives. And gonna hand off to Wales. Over to Gurgle. Gurgle drives around. Pass over to Nelder. Over to Ksemba. All the way over to Gurgle. Gurgle fakes. Gonna drive in. Pass over to Nelder. Gonna send it over to Wales. Over to Nelner. Nelner a 3. And she's got it! Her second of the night sends the lead to 8. Pass over to Botch. Gonna drive around and hand it off to Ives. Sent out to Tyson and airballed 3. Nelner up the floor, gonna pass over to Ksemba. Ksemba's got a one-on-one with Sestrow. Puts it up. And 2 hard off the glass. Rebounded by Pronchinski. Pass over to Tyson. High up the floor, stolen away by Wales. Over to Nelner. Down low to Gurgle. Gonna pass over to Bauer. Wasn't ready for it. Stolen away. Gonna try to drive in. Puts it up. And bounces out. Gets a road rebound. And he'll take it back out up top. Gonna pass over to Ives. Over to Prochitsky. Prochitsky's 3 tips out and rebounded by Nelner. Get the screen and she'll take it up the floor. Pass over to Wales. Fakes and back over to Nelner. Gonna drive down low. Get the screen and pass over to Ksemba. Out to Gurgle. Gurgle a 3. And tips out. Rebounded and sent over to Pronchinski. Up top to Tyson. Gonna drive around and send up top to Pronchinski. Down low to Ives. Pass tipped and a foul. And Destrell will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. Scow and Nisley will enter. And Bodie will enter for Ksemba. Zastrow's first could be her only. And bounce out. And out of bounds off the Indees. There's no will enter for Zastrow. And Elner will pass into Wales. Over to Elner. She'll take up the floor and pass over to Wales. Over to Elner. Sorry, Gurgle. She drives through. Pass it low to Bodie. Puts it up and off the corner of the rim. Tipped and picked up by Nisley. And over to Scow. Sold away by Elner. Puts it up and she's got it off the glass. Extends the lead to 10. 22-12 with 2 minutes left. Tyson up the floor. Gonna drive in. Puts it up. And dribbles out. Rebounded by Scow. And she is fouled. And she'll go to the line and shoot 2. Scow is first. We'll go off the front of the rim. And her second. Will fall. Cuts the lead down to 9. Elner pass on to Wales. Up the floor to Bauer. Over to Bodie. Stolen away by Scow. And sent over to Nisley. Down low to Pronczynski. Drives in. Puts it up. And off the bottom of the rim. Rebounded by Pronczynski herself. And she is fouled. And she will go to the line and shoot 2. And she'll make her first. Cuts the lead down to 7. 8. Bounces out and rebounded by Scow. She will take it up top. Gonna drive in. Gets stuck and he'll send it out to Nisley. She'll drive around. Drives in, and pass out to Tyson. Fakes, puts up a long 2, and off the rim and out. Tipped and rebounded by Nelder. She'll take it up the floor. Pass over to Gurgle. Gurgle a 3. And she's got it! Sends the lead to 11 with 1 minute left. Tyson, gonna pass it to Scow. Gonna drive in. Pass, tipped, and stolen away by Wales. Pass over to Nelder. 50 seconds left. Nelder up the floor. Gonna drive around and pass over to Gurgle. Gurgle drives in. Gets stuck. Gets stripped. And jump ball, Indy ball. Botch will enter for Pronczynski. And a pass into Tyson. And she will take it up the floor. Pass over to Botch. She'll drive around and pass over to Pronczynski. Sorry, Tyson. Tyson drives around. Tries to come in and pass over to Scow. Down low to Ives. She puts it up. Can't get it off the glass. Rebounded by Gurgle. 20 seconds left. Gurgle going to try to push it. Tries to go in, gets stuck, get a pass out to Bauer. Bauer a 3. And too hard off the glass. Rebounded by Tyson. 10 seconds left. Tyson up the floor. 7 seconds left. Down low to Scow. Out to Ives. She drives around. 4 seconds left. Summer jumper. And she's got it. Time to get down. 2-1. And that'll end the half. 25-16, a 9-point lead for the Lancers going into halftime. Lancer is currently leading by 9, 25-16 at the start of the second half. Lancer ball. Carstensen will pass it in to Nelner. And Nelner will take it up the floor. Drives around and pass over to Bauer off her foot. Stolen away by Destrow. Pass over to Tyson. Tyson up the floor. Gonna pass over to Ives. Up top to Tyson. Tyson fakes. Long 2. And off the glass, off Botch's foot and out of bounds. Pass into Carstensen. Dribbles around and out of bounds. Indie ball. Tyson up top. Pass down low. Over to Ives. Drives in. And gonna pass up top to Stroud. Stolen away by Carstensen. She's got open 4. Puts it up and she's got it. Sends the lead to 11. 27-16. Pass over to Parchinski. Takes a 3. Gonna pass it to Stroud. She'll take a 3. And she's got it. Cuts the lead down to 8. Pass to Nelder. Over to Carstensen. Over to Wales. We're going to drive in. Gets stripped. And ties up the floor to Parchinski. She got 2-on-1. Going to take it herself and is blocked but fouled. Parchinski's first. Will bounce out. Semma will enter for Carstensen. And Gergo will enter for Roth. For a second. Will bounce out as well. Rebounded by Kasemba. Pass before to Elder. Gonna drive around. All the way in. Puts it up and can't get it off the glass. Tipped. And saved. Saved again and picked up by Bauer. Pass over to Wales. Wales over to Elder. Down low to Kasemba. Puts it up. And she's got it. Sends the lead to 10. Tyson. Over to Botch. Down low to Tyson, tipped out of bounds, Lancer ball. Nelner will pass it in down low to Wales. Over to Nelner. Back over to Wales, loses it, and out of bounds, Indie ball. Radical and Carstensen will enter for Bauer and Wales. And it'll be Lancer ball. Nelner will pass it in from the high corner. Sends it in to Gergel. Gergel drives around. Gets stuck. Gets across the line. And stepped on the line. Indie ball, trailing by 10, 16 minutes left. Pass it to Tyson, and she will take it up the floor. Up to Parchinski. Over to Tyson. Gonna drive around. And pass out, nearly stolen away. Parchinski's got it. Up top to Botch. Pass stolen away, it's Kasemba, up the floor. Eyes behind her, gets stripped from behind. Lancer ball. Pass into Kasemba. Over to Gergel. She'll drive in. All the way in. Puts it up. And bounces out. Tipped. And rebounded by Tyson. Pass over to Parchinski. Over to Botch. That's 2. And she's got it. Pass into Xemma. Up to Nelner. Over to Xemma. Over to Nelner. Down low to Radical. Gonna drive in. And travel. Tyson up the floor. Gonna drive around and pass over to Pronczynski. Down low to Ives. And travels. Milner pass it to Xemma. Over to Gurgle. Gurgle will drive around. Fakes. And gonna pass over to Nelner. She'll cross the line and pass it over to Radical. Puts it up. And she's got it off the glass. Sends the lead back to 10. Tyson up the floor. Gonna drive around and pass it to Botch. She'll cut out. Put up along 2. And bounces out. Rebounded by Xemma. Pass over to Gurgle. Gurgle up the floor. Gets stuck. And jump ball, indie ball. Tyson gonna drive around. Pass over to Pronczynski. Down low. Out of bounds off Botch. Gurgle will pass it. Gurgle will exit, and Wales will enter, and Carstensen will pass it in down low. Wales pass over to Carstensen. Pass it forward to Nelner. Down low to Xemma. She puts it up, and she's got it off the glass. Sends a lead to 12. Tyson up top. Fakes. Gets stuck. And gonna send it down low to Botch. And she travels. And timeout by the Indees. 12-point lead for the Lancers. 33-21 with 13:35 left in the second half. Carstensen will pass it into Nelner. Nelner up to Carstensen. Gets stuck and gonna pass over to Nelner. And Nelner over and back. Pass into Tyson, and she will take it up the floor. Pass tipped. And picked up by Botch. She travels. And it'll be Lancer ball. Pass it to Nelner, wasn't ready for it. And she fouls. Pass in to Nisley. Over to Tyson. Gonna drive around and pass her low, stolen by Xemma. Gets stripped and is fouled. Nelner will pass it in to Wales. Up to Radical. Over to Carstensen. Pass tipped. And slowly by Ives off her foot. And it'll roll slowly out of bounds. Lancer ball. Nelner will pass it in to Wales. Over to Nelner. Over to Wales. Over to Carstensen. Gonna drive around, and it's fouled. Nelner will pass it in to Carstensen. And she will take up the floor, pass out low to Radical. Gonna drive in, loses it, and tipped out of bounds, a knee ball. Tyson up the floor. Pass over to Botch. Back over to Tyson. Tyson will drive around and hand it off to Nisley. Up top to Brzezinski. Drives in. And stolen away by Xema. Up top to Nelner. Nelner's got a 2-on-9. Puts it up. And she's got it. Extends the lead to 14. Up the floor to Brzezinski. Gonna drive around. And pass over to Nisley. And she travels. Pass over to Carstensen. And she will pass over to Nelner. And off the foot of Brzezinski. Nelner will pass over to Carstensen. She will drive around, come all the way in, and loses it. Pass up to Nisley. Over to Brzezinski. Up top to Nisley. Over to Botch. Down low to Stroud. Tipped. And cannot save it. That'll be Lancer ball. And time by the Indees. 14-point lead for the Lancers. 35-21 with 11:36 left in the second half. Pass into Radical. She will pass up to Carstensen. Over to Xema. Down low to Wales. Tipped and out of bounds off the Indees. That'll remain Lancer ball. And Nelner will pass it in down low. To Carstensen. Hand off to Nelner. Down low to Radical. And stolen away by Nisley. And she will cross the line and pass over to Botch. Botch a 3. And off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Ksemba. Out to Nelner. Nelner up the floor. Gonna drive in. Pass on to Radical. And she travels. Pass into Tyson. Over to Pronchinski. Over to Nisley. Over to Botch. We'll drive in, cut out. And get stripped. Picked up by Pronchinski. Over to Tyson. Gonna drive in. Lose it. And pass out to Pronchinski. Pronchinski a jumper. Tipped out. Rebounded by Carstensen. And she is fouled. The third on the Indees. Carstensen up top, gonna pass down low to Radical. Out to Carstensen, tipped, and picked up by Botch. And can't get the layup to fall, rebounded by Wales. Over to Carstensen. Sends it over to Nelner. Nelner a three. And she's got it! Sends the Lancer lead to 17 with 10 minutes left, 38-21. Pass deflected by Nelner. Wales pass deflected and stolen away, but picked back up by Carstensen. She'll pass over to Wales, stolen away by Botch. She'll drive in, all the way around. Gets stuck, and gonna pass it to Zestrau. Zestrau with three. And air ball is rebounded by Nisley. Tipped up in the air and stolen away by Carstensen. Up the floor. Pass over to Nelner. Nelner another three. And this one bounces out, run by Ksemba. She puts it up, and she's fouled, can't get it to fall. Ksemba's first. Will fall. Extends the lead to 18. Roth will enter for Radical. And Scow and Ives will enter for Zestrau and Nisley. And Ksemba will shoot her second. And this will bounce out. Rebounded by Botch. Pass over to Tyson. Tyson up the floor. Gonna drive around and pass out to Pronchinski. Pronchinski a three and bounces out. Rebounded by Carstensen. She will drive around. Pass up to Nelner. Stolen away by Scow. Pass over to Pronchinski. Over to Scow. Up top to Botch. Over to Tyson. Tyson will drive all the way in. Puts it up. And rebounded by Roth. Carstensen up top. Going to drive around. And pass out to Ksemba. Ksemba drives around all the way over to Nelner. Over to Carstensen. She drives in. Has a lane. Puts it up. And she is fouled. Carstensen's first. Is up. And it is good. Extends the lead to 19. Nisley will enter for Tyson. And Carstensen will shoot her second chance to extend the lead to 20. And it'll bounce out. Rebounded and up the floor goes Botch. Over to Nisley. Over to Botch. The open three. She takes it. And she's got it. Cuts the lead back down to 16. Pass up to Wales. Over to Carstensen. Pass tipped. And picked up by Wales over to Carstensen. Over to Nelner. Nelner fakes. Gonna pass over to Wales. She takes a three. And off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Nisley. And pass over to Prunchinsky. And going to pass over to Nisley. Going to drive around. All the way in. Puts it up. Gets blocked by Carstensen. She gets it back, and there she goes up the floor. Drives all the way in. Pass on to Wales. Wales puts it up off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Ksemba. Over to Nelner. Nelner a three. And off the corner of the rim. Rebounded by Wales. Out to Carson. Pass tipped. Wales gets it back. Over to Nelner. Nelner drives around. Pass over to Carstensen. Carstensen a three. And air balls. Roth saves it and picked up by Nisley. Pass up the floor to Botch. A jumper. Too far. Rebounded by Wales. Pass over to Nelner. Down low to Carstensen. A jumper. And she's got it. Extends the lead back to 18. Nisley up top. Drives around and pass down low to Prunchinsky. Pass tipped and stolen away by Nelner. Up the floor to Carstensen. She's got space. Puts it up and she's got it. Lead now 20 for the Lancers. Nisley up the floor. And out to Prunchinsky. Up top to Botch. She drives around. And pass it to Ives. Ives a jumper. Rebounded by Carstensen. Gonna pass over to Nelner. Gonna back out. Drive around. And pass over to Wales. Wales fakes over to Nelner. Nelner a three. And outside of the rim. Rebounded by Ksemba. She puts it back up. And she's got it out the glass. Lancer lead now 22. And a timeout by the Lancers. 46-24. 6 minutes left in the second half. Pass into Nisley and pass back over to Tyson. Tyson up the floor. Gonna drive in. Pass down low to Scow. Puts it up, gets blocked, tipped around. Scow gets back, puts it up, and she is fouled. And she'll go to the line and shoot two. Her first will bounce out. And her second will air ball. Carstensen will pass it in down low to Gurgle. And she will take it up the floor. Drives around, cuts out, gets stripped, and will get it back. Gonna pass over to Wales. She'll drive around. Pass over to Gurgle. She'll drive around, makes a move, gets stripped, ball on the floor, she gets it back. And travels. Pass over to Tyson. Hand out to Brunchinsky. Over to Watch. She'll drive around and hand it up to Scow. Scow with 3. And too far. Run by Brunchinsky. She puts it up and she is fouled. And she will go to the line and shoot 2. And she will make her first. Cuts the lead down to 21. And her second. Will fall as well. Cuts the lead down to 20. Pass into Wales. Pass on the floor to Gurgle. Pass over to Carstensen. Down low to Nelner, tipped, and out of bounds off the Lancers. Pass to Tyson, and she will take it up the floor. Over to Brunchinsky. Up top to Botch. A 3. Too far. Run by Gurgle, tipped, and out of bounds off the Indees. Lancer ball. Pass into Gurgle, and she will take it up the floor, leading by 20 with 4:40 left. Fakes, and going to pass over to Carstensen. She drives in. Pass out to Wales. Wales over to Roth. Over to Gurgle. She drives around. All the way in, loses it for a second. We'll get it back. Pass up to Wales. Over to Carstensen. And foul. Carstensen will pass it into Gurgle, stripped and stolen away by Brunchinsky. She'll drive in. Pass tipped and picked up by Botch. Out to Scow. Over to Brunchinsky. Long 2. And she's got it. Cuts the lead down to 18. Gurgle will drive around. Get the screen. They're going to pass down low to Roth. Tipped and stolen away by Nisley. Gonna hand it off to Brunchinsky, back to Nisley. A jumper, and off, rebounded by Carstensen. Up the floor, pass over to Nelner. And timeout by the Lancers. 46-28, an 18-point lead for the Lancers with 3:38 left. Nelner will pass it in to Gurgle. And she will take it up the floor. Gonna pass over to Wales. Gonna drive in, get stripped, and stolen away. Pass up to Scow. Scow the layup, and she's got it. Cuts the lead down to 16. Gurgle pass over to Carstensen, and she will take it up the floor. Gonna drive in. And pass over to Ross. She fakes. And tipped out of bounds off the Indees. Nelner will pass it in. to Wales. Out to Gurgle. Gonna pass over to Roth. Fakes. Gonna pass over to Gurgle. Over to Carstensen. Over to Roth. Drives in and pass out to Delder. Delder to Carstensen. Puts it up. And jumper bounces out. Rebounded by Scow. Over to Parchiski. Puts it up and is fouled. Parchiski's first. Will fall. Bauer will enter for Gurgle. And Franchiski will shoot her second. And that'll fall as well. Cuts the lead down to 15. Sorry, 14. Pass over to Bauer. Up top to Carstensen. Gonna pass over to Nelner. Gonna drive around. And pass up to Wales. She'll drive around. Gonna pass over to Nelner. Gets a screen. Pass a little to Carstensen. She puts it up and she's got it. Nice cut, nice find. Carstensen brings the lead back up to 16. Pass over to Tyson. She'll drive around. And is fouled. Pass into Botch. Botch jumper. And bounces out. Rebounded by Nisley. Pass out to Tyson. A jumper. Off the corner of the rim. Rebounded by Scow. Fakes. Gonna hand off to Nisley. Gets a screen. Pass out to Borchinski. Drives around and pass out to Tyson. Tyson fakes. Cuts in, cuts out. Fakes. Passed out low. It's Botch and she is fouled. And she will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. She'll make her first. And her second will fall as well. Cuts the lead down to 14. Carstensen up the floor. And she is fouled, and she will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. Her first will fall. Suns lead to 15. And her second will fall as well. Suns lead to 16. Pass over to Scow. Up top to Botch. Over to Nisley. She'll drive around. Put up a jumper. And bounces out, rebounded by Wales. Over to Nelner. Nelner up the floor, gonna pass up to Roth. Roth drives in. And jump ball, that'll stay with the Lancers. Bodie, Thompson, and Schaller will enter for Roth, Nelner, and Bauer. Carson will pass it in to Wales. And set up to Schaller. Schaller drives in. Gets stuck, get a pass low to Carson. Loses for a second, gets it back, puts it up, and rims out. Tipped and rebounded by Carson. Out to Schaller. Out to Carson. She will drive around. Try to cut in and pass over to Wales. Wales fakes, down low to Carson. Out to Thompson. Thompson a jumper. And she's got it! Gives the Lancers an 18-point lead. Pass down low. Botch a 3. And she's got it! Stars a 2. Cuts the lead down to 16. Carson pass into Schaller. Back over to Carson. She will drive around. Cut out. And Bodie will pass over to Wales. Over to Schaller. Down low to Bodie. Pass over to Thompson. Out to Carson. Drives in. A jumper. And she's got it. Extends the lead to 18. Francesca up the floor. 3, 2, 1. Blue line. Nope. And Lancers will take the win by 18. 54-36. Tomorrow the boys JV and varsity will be playing at Melrose. That'll be streamed by their network. The boys C team will be at Altoona. That should be streamed by Altoona as well. Hope you enjoyed the game and have a great night.